Good morning from the office. I'm your host, BKP. It is Monday morning, September 14th. I think we are 50 days away from Election Day, but this week we are 50 days away from Election Day, and this week starts early voting by mail in some states, and we are 15 days away from the thrilla in Manila with Joe Biden and Donald Trump in the ring for the first debate. Now, I'm going to do a first. I think it's a first. Let me get this out of the way, okay? This is going to be one of those days. It's a great Monday morning, but I'm going to tell you what. We're going to get off the rails a little bit today. So I'm going to do a first. I think this is the first time this has ever happened on a talk show. I think so, but let me get this out of the way. Give me number 18, okay? Give me number 18. Sources, optimism for Big Ten football restart is growing. No vote on Sunday. And then give me number 20. After presidents meet, Big Ten football still in limbo. Play or shut the hell up. Play or shut the hell up. Now, I'm going to do a little segment later in the day, and I'm going to do a little short clip on Facebook live in a little bit. Why the whole entire, my understanding, my good, triple good sources, okay, say the entire Fannin County high school football team is home today. Why? And those good sources are, look, you can do anything you want, but don't mess with football mamas. Don't do it. Football mamas, bad mistake. Now, here is the first time I think this has ever happened on a talk show. If you watched, hang tight, I have it here somewhere. Give me number 38. If you watched NFL football yesterday, I mean, you sit down on the couch and you got a bowl of chips, whatever you may wish to have, all right? Or you made some nachos and you put your game day jersey on and you watched like a full game and then the next game on NFL yesterday. If you did that, I'm going to kindly ask you to turn the show off now. I am. This is the first time. You don't want to watch this show. I'm just letting you know well in advance. If you watched NFL yesterday, if you watched these pieces of garbage yesterday, the NFL Network, that has incited, that has gone right along with Black Lives Matter. Every damn time something happens in this country, okay, it's Trump's hateful rhetoric. It's Trump's hateful speech. It's the hate that he brings. He could tamp it down. He could tell his supporters that we need peace and love and unity, right? Every time a drug dealing thug in this country gets shot by a police officer, I don't care. You got it? It's Trump's fault that we don't tamp it down. Why? His hateful rhetoric, inciting violence, right? But the mayor of Portland, I hope you're happy. The mayor of Seattle, I hope you're happy. The governor, I hope I think it's the Democratic platform. I hope all of you are happy that someone now thinks, or many think in the United States, you can walk up to a window of a police cruiser and just start blasting shots into it to see if you could kill police officers. And then you could try to block the emergency room entrance so that the officers that have been shot can't get in the hospital for treatment. Maybe Joe Biden, you and Kamala, maybe you guys could tamp down this unpeaceful, rioting, anarchy, Marxist groups that you call peaceful protest. So it's the first time, very first time I think it's ever happened. If you watch the NFL, please turn off the show. I'm going to make it without you. I'm going to make it without the NFL. I'm going to make it without your hardcore fans. You're talking to somebody I never missed. Never missed a game. Ever. It was a time. You know, I paid that damn DirecTV people probably for 15 years for the NFL Sunday ticket. I don't want to get started on it. Because let me ask you a question. With everything you saw painted in the end zone yesterday, with the helmets that said "Stop Racism," with the song that says "Every voice shall rise," okay? Give me number 69. Did this Jacob Blake on his helmet piece of garbage maybe did anybody have Chief Dorn on their head? Did you see this guy's name, number 70? Did you see his name, maybe with others, painted in the end zone? Did you see a moment of silence yesterday in the NFL? Maybe I missed it. Maybe you hardcore viewers. Did they stand and say we will now have a moment of silence for the 2 police officers that were ambushed and shot point blank in Los Angeles, Compton? Did they? Did they have that moment of silence, or did they probably raise up? Did somebody have Jacob Blake on the back of their helmet? Don't get me started. It's the Democratic plan. These riots. All right, so we're going to talk. Take that down off the screen. That's the chief out of St. Louis. It really upsets me. I don't want to get too upset right now. No, I mean, it's just you know, you have a thug. You have a thug walks up pretending like they're going to walk past a police cruiser in Compton there, I think close to a train station. I think the mother, the police officer, one is a mother, 25 years old, and I think the other is a man, 34. Okay. And just turns and start blasting into there. I'm going to show you. I want to know, you know, we've heard no justice, no peace, right? No justice, no peace, okay? I'm asking this morning, number 65. Give me 65. This is a tweet from Kamala Harris, and I think this is her white husband, Doug. This is the white guy. Doug and I are keeping the 2 Los Angeles County Sheriff deputies in our hearts. In their hearts. You're keeping them in your damn hearts. Well, ain't that nice? We have them in our hearts, in our home. Let's keep them in our... What the hell is wrong with you, damn it? That's what I want. I want a vice president that's keeping someone in their heart. No, I want a president that will kick somebody's ass when necessary. I want a president that absolutely at times has no damn heart. Just go straight to ass kicking. Okay? I'm serious. Doug and I are keeping the 2 Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputies in our hearts as they currently fight for their lives after a horrific attack last night. It wasn't no damn horrific attack. What the hell's wrong with you damn people? This is who could be vice president. This is who could be president of the United States if Joe Biden just drops over dead. I'm sorry. You can get mad at me. He's going to be 78 years old. at any given time, right? Holy smokes. Tom Brady has a better chance at finishing the NFL season than Biden does his first year in office. Doug and I currently fight for their lives after a horrific attack last night. The perpetrator, oh my God, it's not a perpetrator. It's a piece of S-H-I asterisk. It's a thug. It's some animal that has been trained by your party to attack. I know you don't like any of that. I don't care. You have me confused with somebody that cares. I don't want a vice president. I don't want a president that has them in their hearts. I want a president that will kick ass and take names sometimes and has no heart at all. That's my president, Trump. Oh, the perpetrators must be brought to justice. Oh my God, thank you very much. Thank you. You're going to bring them to justice. And then Joe gets all pumped up like he found corn pop. And here, give me number 66. This cold-blooded shooting is unconscionable, and the perpetrator must be brought to justice. What the hell? Violence of any kind is wrong. Those who committed it should be caught and punished. Jill and I are keeping the deputies and their loved ones in our hearts and prayers for full recovery. There you are, back in your damn heart. Who the hell is Joe Biden nowadays? Is he Mr. Rogers? Okay, do you see him coming out and he's talking real soft and real slow, like he's wanting you to join his neighborhood? Hi, I'm Joe Biden. Welcome to my neighborhood. Look here, Jack. Look here, Jack. Huh? What do you think? I'm stupid? Yes, that's the answer. That's what I think. So these two have all hearts and prayers, and they're all good for them. They got them in their hearts and prayers. Well, let me tell you something. Not my damn president. All right? It's not he doesn't have a heart. It's not he doesn't pray. Number 22. But right now, it's not time for hearts and prayer. Number 22. If they die, fast trial, death penalty for the killer. If they die, it's a killer. Only way to stop this. Donald doesn't say, "Dear all of my hearts and prayers tonight. We must have justice. Justice, no peace. Justice for all." That's the difference. That's what a president. We need a president. We need to stop this stuff. Completely stop it. Put an end to it. Make them wish they never done anything like this. Oh. I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help it. I think what I'm going to do is take a break, try to come back and regroup. I see no regrouping this morning. I mean, there's things I was going to talk about, but I see no coming back from this because I am very upset. I mean, I watched an interview with Joe Buck, and first of all, oh my God, I can't stand Joe Buck. If you don't know who Joe Buck is, he is, I don't want to get into it, NFL. And I can't stand when somebody says, rightly so. Well, we have Joe Buck on the night. Joe, there'll be some social messages of unity, and they'll be talking about racism. And Joe says, it's been far too long, and rightfully so, Joe Buck. Oh! Anyhow. I'm just saying. That ticked me to no friggin' end. No friggin' end. You remember when, all right, we got 2 officers down. I think they're out of surgery. We'll get into that in a minute. And the only thing they can worry about is climate events. Number 32, okay? Here's CNN this morning, right? 5:02. This is Gavin Newsom doing a commercial. He's out doing a damn climate event. They're climate events. So if CNN goes from Gavin Newsom, oh, Serenity, now I'm going to have to take something. Death toll from West Coast wildfires, 4.6 million across acres burned. So Trump goes out there, he starts a forest fire, jumps back on Air Force One, does 4 more rallies, goes back and starts another one. That's the way you would think it. Managed forest, folks, managed forest. Okay, look it up in Minnesota. Look it up. Look up the states that have managed forest programs in place, and look at the amount of wildfires and damage done. It doesn't eliminate wildfires, but look at the amount of wildfires and damage done. Now, when you go to Oregon and California and you hear the governor of Oregon say, well, we had a managed forest program in legislation and the Republicans turned on us. Always remember, when these lefties out in Seattle, Washington, Oregon, and California, when they say we had a managed forest program in place, but Republicans walked away from it, that's a lie. What they do is they take managed forest programs that they're going to put legislation in place. Look, the electrical grid system, along with the lack of managing their forest, okay, and forest fires just continue to burn out of control in the West, because every time they bring legislation forward to try to manage it, they put these way out there liberal regulation riders on the bills, and the Republicans do walk away from it. They never bring a clean forest managed program piece of legislation to the table, so don't believe it. But anyhow, Newsom's out there and he's doing his climate. This is the emergency. It's 5:02. I'm telling you, MSNBC opened with it also, okay? And they went right from that to, where is the other one? Hold on, I have it. Oh, right here. That was at, now look at number 28. This is at 5 a.m. in the morning. This is the first shot. Sally Gaines power heads for New Orleans. A climate event, another climate event. These are not hurricanes. These are not wildfires. These are climate events to these people, okay? The 2 deputies shot in LA County, I think on MSNBC, it was 40 minutes into the first hour and they got 30 seconds. I will show you that in a minute. 30 seconds. Remember when, this is a big problem, number 5, Biden, they're trying to figure out what to do. Biden right here, massive, number 5, massive Latino for Trump caravan takes place in Miami, but almost no media attention, all right? And remember in Tulsa, wasn't it just yesterday, number 8? Now I'm being a little facetious. Is that the word? Give me number 8. Doesn't it seem like just yesterday in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Trump killed Herman Cain? Seems like just yesterday, Herman Cain was happy-go-lucky black Trump supporter, goes out to Tulsa, bada bing, bada boom. He is over with. Trump put a nix on him. So yesterday, number 1, give me number 1. Trump holds a indoor Nevada, number 1, super spreader that CNN, they couldn't send their people in. It was too dangerous. Don't go in. I swear to God. I swear to God. You think I'm making this SHI asterisk up? I don't make this stuff up. Right? There's a pool camera. There's a pool camera for everybody to pull their feet off of at these events. Major networks, CNN, they did not send their people in. It's too dangerous. They're not wearing masks. They're in there just killing each other. We can't go in, Chief. It's like a war zone. I'm trying to relax. I watch these pieces of garbage put a helmet on and act like they're the damn biggest heroes in the world when they're 90 miles away from the closest bombshell falling out of the sky in a war zone. I'm Steve Kerrigan, and I'm here with this goofy looking helmet on, and you can hear 22 miles that way explosions. But in case something would ricochet and hit me, I'm ready. I'm dangerous. I get right in the danger zone. Hey, man, Chief, they're in there with no mask. I can't go in. Take us to break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
At Ingalls, we know that school is a little different this year, with virtual learning and working from home. But we have continued to donate to our Tools for Schools program, just like always. And all our participating schools will have those funds waiting for them when the bell rings this fall.
Okay, who can tell me the difference between molarity and molality?
In the meantime, Ingalls has everything you need to make this school year a little easier. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is more than just your average Ace. We have a huge selection of Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next trip. We have a huge selection of lumber for your next building project. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs. Plus, we have everything you'd expect like paint, tools, and equipment.
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
All right, we're back, folks. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, I have asked you, and I won't do this all morning long, I promise. I absolutely promise. But I have asked you, we have 50 days away. We're 50 days away from election. We're 15 days away from the debate between Biden and Trump. Okay. I asked you if you did watch NFL football. Now, not if you went to the bar to get some wings. I mean, you don't always just go to the bar to drink, but if you went to the bar somewhere yesterday to hang out with some friends and get some wings or whatever, and they were on the TVs, we'll give you a pass. That's your pass. You got it? But if you actually sit down on the couch and got the bowl of chips and got your favorite jersey and everything like that, and you invited friends over and you turned on the NFL and watched one or two full games in its entirety with no fans, and then I'm asking you to turn this show off. This is unusual, but I'm asking you just turn off this show. Now, Trump has no regard whatsoever, according to the media. They are freaking out. Oh, by the way, at 9:30, okay, the New York Times, okay, the New York Times has a reporter following this lady around, hoping she will say something so radical. Let me tell you what's in their hearts and prayers, okay? Now, when Democrats come and tell you that they want justice, like Joe Biden and Kamala, for the two officers in LA County that were shot this past weekend. They want justice, okay? And they're going to keep them in their hearts. Let me tell you what's really in a Democrat's heart this morning. Oh, am I going to get in trouble for this? But, I love my Democratic friends. They're a little off the edge. So am I. Damn it, what the hell? So anyhow, let me tell you what's really in their hearts. Is that they could follow one of these candidates and get that one line. That's what the whole thing with Bob Woodward is. Can we get the one line? Every morning, if you would watch these weirdos, yes, that's what I call them, damn it, weirdos. If you would watch these damn people, they're always looking for that one line. We got them now. And everybody's been dispatched that is part of and complicit with the heist, the great election heist of 2020. And the media sends out New York Times. And I understand they have a reporter that is following this lady to every event, just hoping she'll pull out a gun or hoping she says something that is so out there it could crash the entire Republican Party. Or she could just say QAnon and they would freak. I wish this woman, I really do, I wish she would stand up in the front of the room and just look at the New York Times reporter and just go, QAnon. I wish you would. Just to freak the damn guy out or whoever it is. Number 3. Okay. This is Marjorie Greene. Okay. She will be on the show at 9:30. She is the candidate. Google her name. Okay. She is now. It was all but finished last week because the 14th congressional district in Georgia is going to go Republican. But she did have a Democratic opponent, and this is Kevin, number 6. Put Kevin up. So here's my understanding. This was just last week. Kevin, her Democratic opponent. So my understanding is his wife served him divorce papers. Oh my God, what are you doing at the door? Look here, buddy. Are you Kevin? Yes. Here, you've been served. Oh my God. I'm getting a divorce and I have to move out of the house. I have nowhere to live. I think I'll go to Indiana. Indiana wants him. He can't go back there. But I think I'll go to Indiana with my mom and dad. Supposedly that's the case, that he got served with divorce papers and had to vacate the home and had nowhere to go. And, they didn't leave the light on for him down at the Super 8 Hotel. Democrat Party didn't see a real reason to cough up enough money for an apartment until November to at least keep somebody in the race. So they let it go. And he, I think, went to Indiana. That's the short story of a long, sad day for Kevin. Anyhow, so number 3, Marjorie Greene will be our guest. She is now unopposed in the 14th. She is the next. She takes Tom Graves' spot. Now, here's the thing, okay? Let me put this in mind. If you're out there somewhere in the great Midwest, if you're up in the great Northeast, you need to pay attention, okay? We're going to get into the Northeast and the McCluskeys. They won't let the McCluskeys in the park. I'm going to tell you, Mark and Patricia, Democrats are in fear, Jack. Fear. This is like Fear Factor, the game, okay? And the McCluskeys want to go and do a rally. I'm getting sidetracked, but we'll get back in line. The McCluskeys want to go and do a rally in a suburb of a county that is crucial, is marked one of the counties. This county is marked in an article, and not just one, several, that whichever way this county goes, the state goes. And it went for Trump. It flipped from Obama 2 times to Trump last time, and Trump won the state. Are you catching on? The McCluskeys want to go do a rally. The city council's like, no, can't have that. Can't use the park. It's the taxpayers' park. We are starting to catch on. You're starting to catch on. It's your damn schools. It's your damn park. It's your damn courthouse. It's okay if these Marxist thugs, murderers, anarchists, rioters, not peaceful protests, kill, pillage, burn to the ground, but let you, a peaceful, law-abiding, tax-paying citizen, say, that's my park. We should be allowed to use it. Oh, no. Oh, no. You're confused. We run things. Anyhow, I should get on from that. Okay, she'll be my guest. All right, so yesterday, this is the media. We're going to go through this. Let's go through this really quick. Number 1. Okay. Now, this is indoor at a rally. They are freaking out. This is screwing. Yesterday on all the morning shows, when is Joe Biden going to get out? When is Joe Biden going to get out and he campaign? Well, he is. He's campaigning. He's all over the place. He's just doing it safely. He's following the science. He doesn't want to cause people to get sick. It's dangerous out there. I'm sorry. It's dangerous. I went to a super spreader event yesterday. And I'll throw a number out, 40. I don't know, 40 people. We'll live with 40. Super spreader event. I tell you what. The cake at this super spreader event was so good. I mean, they had cake. All you got to do is tell me, you're going to have cake? Boom, I'm there. No mask. Boom. Hand sanitizer. Give me some cake. Anyhow, number 1, there's a super spreader event in Nevada. Oh, my God. I mean, number 2, they can't take this. This is waiting out in line. This is waiting for Trump to get to Nevada. Trump has 2 events in Nevada. 2, count them. And then he held a Latino. This is number 2, right? Then he held, give me number 68. I don't have time to go in the video. You're not hearing this on the news anywhere. Trump held in Nevada, number 68, Latinos for Trump. He held a round table event that was amazing. They are in such big trouble, the Democrats, with Black Americans, Asian Americans, Latinos. They are in a, Democrats talk about white flight And I don't mean white flight, as you may know from back in the 60s in the Queens in New York, white flight. Just stay with me, damn it. Don't get all worked up. The Democrats are showing polls of white flight, white people. Well, Trump held a 9-point lead among white men with college degrees. It's down to 2 now. Trump held a 16-point lead with white men, no teeth, no college degree, beer drinking, Talladega, Confederate flag waving. He held, it's down 7%. White flight. They're running polls daily trying to convince you that white people are not supporting Donald Trump any longer. Well, let's think about this. If Donald Trump and the Republican Party are bringing in the Latino community, bringing in African Americans, we'll say that if that's what you wish to be called, whatever, black. If groups are coming into the Republican Party, is the Republican Party now seen as the party of the people? Or is the Republican Party now just the party of the people that have not gone crazy? Period. That's pretty good, right? It don't matter if you're red, yellow, black, white, whatever color you are. If you haven't gone crazy like Bernie, if you haven't gone crazy like AOC, if you haven't gone crazy like Omar up there in Minnesota, if you haven't gone crazy like Nancy Pelosi, if you haven't gone crazy, the Republican Party is for you. Is that where the shift is? Because Latinos, he had a roundtable yesterday with Latinos. And then let me show you this. I got to get, what the hell? They can't take this right here. Look at number 4. Now, Labor Day weekend, okay? Labor Day weekend, there were flotillas, right? Is that what it's called? Flotillas all across the United States for the president. Lake Lanier in over here in Hall County. I think it's all in Hall County, Lake Lanier. But anyhow, 4,000 boats in Georgia. Lakes from sea to shining sea. Trump flotillas, okay? Labor Day weekend, flag waving events along highways. Thousands along highways. Flag waving events. Flotillas. Now, the first weekend after Labor Day, and they're going on now, this is number 4. This is a Trump, okay, convoy in Miami. Look at the one in Ohio. I think it's 240, goes all the way around the Beltway of Columbus or wherever it's at. Anyhow, look at the convoy in Ohio. Just look up everywhere the pictures across the United States of America of these Trump convoys that the media will not talk about. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Tea Party rallies back in the 2010 day. Remember the Tea Party rally at Washington, D.C., that there was 1 million people there? Remember the rally where the D.C. Metro Police turned off the escalators from the train to where you couldn't use them? Remember that? Anyhow, and we had 1 million people there, and they fought and said, we had 130,000, whatever. They're not reporting this. Look at this. This is a Latino. Number 1 is a Latino convoy in Miami. It's all over the United States of America. Here's what I like, okay? Trump says he's at a rally, right? Which one's he at? Is he in Nevada or wherever the hell he's at? So he's talking about Latinos for Trump. I just got to throw this in because this is like, this just puts into one of the many reasons I really like my president, okay? He says, Latinos, they're for Trump. He said, hold on. Where's it at? Is it on here? No, I'll find it. I'll find it after this message. I'll find it after this brief message. Daggone it, I thought I had it right here. Anyhow, he said, people don't realize most of the border agents are Hispanic. Most of them are. He says, I go to meet this president. You got to love this guy. The president says, I go to meet border agents, right? And I say, hello, Juan. Hello, Jose. He said, every once in a while, I say, hi, Jim. He's, hi, Jim. Every once in a while, I say, hi, Jim. Hello, Juan. Hello, Jose. Hello, Hector. Hi, Jim. Every once in a while. Trump is unreal. But most border agents are Hispanic. All right, anyhow, so moving right along. Number 8, this is a picture, and they did. I was waiting this morning, okay? I was waiting this morning to see who would be the first network to finally say that Herman Cain died from a super spreader event in Oklahoma, Tulsa. And there it is, number 8. I wondered how long before the media would start saying Trump killed Herman Cain. So here is number 9. We're just going to show you some highlights. Number 9. Trump defies COVID restrictions with indoor rally in Nevada. Defied the COVID restrictions. It's too dangerous. I mean, what wimpy ass. I mean, you have these pansy ass reporters. Pansy ass reporters, okay? I'm sorry. I know you're saying, well, now that's uncalled for. I'm telling you what, these are some pansy ass people. You know, where are the war correspondents? Send them in. You know what would be funny is if they sent Jim Acosta or one of these lefties like John Curl that asked the president, why'd you lie? Why did you lie? Right? So I could care less about what Woodward's book says. I got it. The American people got it, okay? We understand what's really happening out here. So I would like to see all these in the suits in the back, the headgear and mask and gloves and, strapped off around the wrist. But anyhow, CNN, they couldn't go in. It was too dangerous. I love that. Okay, so here you go. This is in Henderson, Nevada last night. Here is another one, number 11. Trump defies COVID restrictions with indoor rally in Nevada. Here's number 12. I mean, they went nuts this morning. They're going nuts. It's climate change, climate events, Trump having a rally with no mask. This got, if you will look at the time on these stamps, they're doing 8 to 10 to 12 minute segments on Trump holding rallies against CDC recommendations of wearing a mask and governors saying you're breaking our rules here, okay, defying our policy. They'll spend 8, and I'll tell you what, this is true, okay, because this was difficult for me. I went back twice to watch the timing. 38 seconds. MSNBC gave 38 seconds at about 40 minutes into their broadcast to the 2 officers that were shot in LA County. So here's the governor of Nevada, number 13. Tonight, President Donald Trump is taking reckless and selfless actions that are putting countless lives in danger here in Nevada. Reckless, selfish actions. Countless lives are at danger. But I tell you what we can guarantee. We can definitely guarantee, we can definitely guarantee that Joe's going to campaign safely today. Yes, he's going to campaign safely. Okay, number 14, without evidence. No evidence. Trump goes with no evidence. Okay. Number 16, Trump defies COVID restrictions with indoor rally. Now, I want you to look at this for a reason. Give me number 21. Now, they spent, wait a minute, go back. I don't know what time that is. Go back to the one I just had there, okay? Well, no. I'm sorry. Just stay with where you're at. I know I'm jumping around there. Let's stay with number 21. There's something you can't see in the bottom corner where it says MSNBC there. That's 3:44 Mountain Time. That is 5:44 in the morning. Now, Yasmin Vasugia comes on at 5 a.m., okay, on MSNBC. 44 minutes into the broadcast before the first reference recognizing two deputies in critical condition after being shot at Los Angeles area train stations. Now, I mean, 44 minutes in. They had time for 7-8 minutes of the wildfires and the climate events. And then they had 10 minutes for Trump killing people without a mask in Nevada. That got 38 seconds. Okay. And then number 22, this is what they put up. The president responded if they die. Okay. Number 22. All right. And number 23. And number 24. Now, what you can't see, every one of those pictures I just showed you, every one of those are in, if you look at the bottom right-hand corner, every one of those are in the 44-minute mark. 38 seconds it took to run those four pictures in the 44-minute mark of this morning's programming. That's how low down the totem pole. Why? Let me ask MSNBC, why? Because if you lead with that, the American people, you know how many people watch 10 minutes and turn it off? So what happens if you lead with that? The American people will what? Maybe question the rioting? If you lead with that, the American people may say law and order with Donald Trump. Okay. I'm going to take a break. It's 8:50. Don't forget Marjorie Greene's going to be with us at 9:30 this morning. I'm going to take a break. It's 8:50. We're going to come back, and I want to get into polling numbers, okay, and why I feel good this morning where we're at. But I do know it's Monday, and while I'm talking to you, they're probably dropping little bombshells everywhere across this country. Hey, do you guys listen to Pandora? Real quick. I mean, do you? Does anybody listen to Pandora? I listen to Pandora, and if you listen to it, you can create your own stations. And when you create your stations, and you look for different stations, when you hear a song, you can hit thumbs up, right? If you're with me, you can hit thumbs up. And Pandora will, has great artificial intelligence there, and they register all your thumbs up. And then what happens over a period of time? They create stations for you. They create stations, okay, based on the thumbs up that you've hit on songs throughout, listening to Pandora. So they've created several stations for me. One station they created is called Your Happy Soundtrack. I want to know how they got that any soundtrack, my happy soundtrack. So when we get back, I will continue with my happiness and share it with you right after these messages.
Circuit World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, one nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
If you want big Chevy discounts, Days Chevrolet in Jasper gets it done with savings of $8,000 on new Chevy Equinox or up to $9,000 savings off new Silverado crew cabs. We're big on discounts and even bigger on customer service. See Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less. Days Chevrolet, Days gets it done. Find new roads.
Sometimes it's the little victories that mean the most. Those everyday celebrations that bring a smile to our faces and joy to our hearts. At Ingalls, we know there's no one you'd rather share those miniature memorable moments with than family. Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
At Ingalls, we know that school is a little different this year, with virtual learning and working from home. But we have continued to donate to our Tools for Schools program, just like always. And all our participating schools will have those funds waiting for them when the bell rings this fall.
Okay, who can tell me the difference between molarity and molality?
In the meantime, Ingalls has everything you need to make this school year a little easier. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is more than just your average Ace. We have a huge selection of Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next trip. We have a huge selection of lumber for your next building project. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs. Plus, we have everything you'd expect, like paint, tools, and equipment.
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
So, folks, yes, I am back. Yes, I am back. September 14th, 2020, Monday, 50 days until Election Day. But actually, Election 2020 has started. The vote, it started today. Yes, around the country, there are mail-in ballots that have gone out that you can hurry up and get filled out and get back to the box. Democrats will rush you to get your mail-in ballots in immediately in fear of them not being counted, where the truth is they want them back immediately, because the more you hear, the more you may be inclined, even as Democrats, to vote for Donald Trump. That's right, Donald Trump. Don't presume every mail-in ballot from a Democrat is coming back for Joe Biden. Sleepy Joe Biden, right? Sleepy Joe Biden, Joe Biden, Closet Joe. Now, let me make this brief comment before we get into our next segment. Many of you are going through the roof. Now, let me say this. Try not to get upset with me, okay? Try. Social media has lit up over dump Netflix, over this little Destiny, do me a favor in there. I did not find a picture. Just type in Cuties, okay? It's that Netflix show, type in Cuties, about some 11-year-old dance team girls where they're pulling their shirts up. And get a picture and put it up, okay? That's ASAP. Cuties, find it for me. So everybody, the social media is going nuts on child pornography. This movie is called Cuties, okay? And my understanding is it's basically around 11-year-old girls that have a dance team. It's a little provocative. And they'll go like this and pull their shirt up and whatever. So, yes, it is right there on the level of child pornography. This is where I'm asking you. Now, social media is dump Netflix, cancel Netflix. So you're not giving Netflix $9.99 or whatever, right? You're not giving them $9.99. And you're outraged. And senators want a hearing immediately on this child pornography that Netflix is putting out. Why now is my question. Why now? Because all you little darlings are listening on their headphones to bitches and hoes, right? Bitches and hoes, bitches and hoes. That's, pull their earbuds out, Writing fresh out of jail on their arms as, middle school kids, like it's cool, fresh out of jail, right? Bitches and hoes. I mean, so they put out a movie for guys like Bill Clinton and Joe Biden. Oh, that was bad. That was bad. Please forgive me, dear Lord. I should have never said that. Well, it's out. It's over. But now you're upset? By no means is this movie okay. By no means should we. There's movies and there's shows on Netflix. Transgender, gay, okay? Helping your little 11-year-old kid come out of the closet and make a decision on which way they want to go and which bathroom they want to go in. And now you're upset. Just say it. So maybe this is it. Don't get mad at me. I've asked you nicely. Don't get mad at me. Maybe this is it. And you're upset. And I'm with you. This is trash. Where is Joe Biden and the Democratic Party on this trash? Okay. This is bad. Real bad. But now we're upset. Just saying, America. Just saying, oh God, please forgive me. I know I'm going to say this and I shouldn't. Just saying, all you white parents out there, pull all your little white kids' headphones, okay? Bitches and hoes. So if this has got you all worked up, I'm with you. This is disgusting. Child pornography on Netflix. But don't stop there, folks. Okay? And you wonder why the little white kids out there protesting for Black Lives Matter. Woo! Okay, so let me get away from that because I can see I'm going nowhere there. but getting in trouble. It usually doesn't go well on the show when I talk about white parents and white kids. It really doesn't go well. Just saying. Oh, hell. What would ever restrict me from, what could ever keep me from saying these things, Lord? All right, so give me number. They're concerned over there. So Bernie is out, number 44. Number 44, Bernie Sanders. Biden should talk more about the economy, how he's going to bring it down. We have a problem. We could lose here. I'm telling you, folks, we could lose. Biden has to talk more about his economic plan and how he plans to collapse the economy and take all your money. Number 45, Bernie Sanders expresses concern about Biden campaign. They are freaking out, folks, because Biden's not talking enough too far left, but everybody knows he's far left. Let's go into polling data this morning. This has them very concerned. Every single day, they're bringing up new polls, number 46. Now, Nevada has a 46-42. Trump will win Latinos in this country. He will win an enormous amount of black vote in this country, enormous amount of black voters. The margin of error right here, New York Times Siena College poll, Nevada, among 462, Nevada likely voters, this has a 5.3 margin of error. So it's pretty bad when New York Times has to put out a poll that shows Trump and Biden basically tied in Nevada, okay? They're in trouble, folks. Let's go to New Hampshire. Let's roll the tape. Let's go to New Hampshire, number 47. New York Times again. 445 New Hampshire likely voters. 5.5 margin of error. Donald Trump could be up in New Hampshire. I think he is. They're in trouble, folks. Let's look at Wisconsin. Okay. Wisconsin, Joe Biden. This is New York Times Siena College poll. 4.7 margin of error. Joe 48-43. Statistically tied in Wisconsin. Now, I don't think it's tied, but I'm just saying this is a problem. 50 days out. Democrats, it's 50 days out. You better pay attention, okay? It's 50 days out, but it's 15 days away from Joe Biden, in the first debate. Number 50, the manifesto. I wonder if Trump will look over at Biden during the debate and say, you say that, but it's in your manifesto. Is it in your manifesto, Joe? Why don't you tell us? Minnesota. Now, here's an interesting one. And I'll tell you why this is interesting, number 50. Now, if you are a political junkie, maybe you don't like the reference junkie, but if you are a political junkie, much like myself, do you remember polling data in Minnesota with Hillary? Do you remember 50 days out, the networks showing you polling in Minnesota with Hillary? No, not at all. Don't recall that. Keep in mind, the polling data that they're putting out is the polling data that they want you to try to manipulate the state in the way that they wish for it to go. That's simple. You don't remember 2016 every day looking at polling data in Minnesota. You don't. Minnesota should have like that Oregon or that New York or one of those really blue state. It should have such a gap in polling data that they shouldn't even spend the money on it. If you go, and I just want to encourage you this, go look at different states. Look at New Jersey. Now, what happens is, who wants to spend the money on the polling? You have your networks, MSNBC or NBC, ABC, CBS, Fox wants to spend the money. We have new Fox polling. So if they could come out and say new Fox polling this morning shows, you might tune in and click over to them so they can give you their new Fox polling first before they give it to anybody else, right? So go look at New Jersey, go look at some of these states and see when the last time any network, college, or any of these polling companies found it worthy to spend money getting data out of the state, right? That used to be Minnesota. It used to be it wasn't even worthy. Go back in 2016, take a minute and look at polling data in 2016 in Minnesota, and look how often someone purchased a poll in Minnesota in 2016. Now, it's in all of them, the top polling. Why? Because Trump's going to win Minnesota. Trump, 50-41, 3.9 margin of error. So they're trying to say that he's running away in Minnesota. Okay, here's the CBS YouGov poll, 3.6. This is number 51 in Minnesota, okay, with 3.6 margin error. I disagree with that. Okay, let's go with general election matchup. All right, now what they're going to tell you is they're going to tell you that anytime you can crack 51% nationally, okay, this is likely voters, 1,191 with a 2.5 margin of error, right? But the reason they keep wanting to put the national poll up, folks, is because it cracks over 51%. And they get the Steve Kornacki out. Little too early to be calling in Steve Kornacki to like hit a field goal, like a 53-yard field goal. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, Steve Kornacki is MSNBC's election guru that breaks all the data down in the numbers, okay? And they have Steve Kornacki out already trying to break this down for you. And as they say, they want to keep selling the narrative that it's 51% because anytime it's over 50%, that's big. And that's what they're trying to sell in this poll here. Look at the Arizona matchup. CBS YouGov, 3.8 margin of error, number 53. Okay? 47-44. The margin of error has Trump either winning. Now, the real internals, Trump's winning these states. Yes. Okay? Now, one of the things I want you to pick up on, immediately what happened after the Latino, okay? The Florida Latino vote is going to go to Trump, number 48. Bloomberg commits to spend $100 million to help Biden in Florida. Read it again. Bloomberg commits to spend $100 million to help Biden in Florida. Now, Bloomberg's using that money to get all of his data compiled, seriously, so he can, okay, all of his data compiled, so he can target Latinos that he needs to move to Joe Biden. That's right. That is correctamundo. Let's see if I've got, let's do our, hang tight, we're talking about polls here. See, number 58, okay? New York Times, Siena College poll. Biden leads by 5 in Wisconsin. This is Steve Kornacki, okay? And if you go to Real Clear Politics, all right, and you put in, if you notice this morning what they're not doing, okay? They're not putting in Pennsylvania. This morning they did not pull up any Pennsylvania polling. They are in big fear of Pennsylvania. Now, I'm going to do a segment that I want pushed out on the internet, and I'm going to do it. We're going to talk to Marjorie Greene for about 15 minutes, and then we're going to take a 5-minute break. In the last 10 minutes of this show, okay, I'm going to explain the fear that they are in Pennsylvania, okay? Because if they're sitting there thinking Pennsylvania is going to go Trump again, we are in damn big trouble nationwide. And I'm going to do that 10 minutes at the close of the show, so you don't want to miss that. So as Steve Kornacki comes out, if you go to Real Clear Politics, Arizona, Trump, Biden, you have the YouGov. Minnesota, you have the YouGov. That came out, all right? September 12th, you have the New Hampshire, all right? You have the Nevada, the Arizona, the Wisconsin, the Minnesota. Friday, you have the North Carolina Trump versus Biden Rasmussen report with Trump up 2. They're leaving North Carolina alone. Listen to how much they talk about North Carolina. Little, if any, right now. They're slowing down on talking about North Carolina, okay? And then last Thursday, Michigan, they're trying to say Biden is up 8 with Rasmussen last week in Michigan, all right? Let's see. The last Wednesday, September 9th, they have an NBC Change Research poll, okay, that has Biden up 4 points in Pennsylvania, okay? 4 points in Pennsylvania. The Susquehanna poll only has Biden up 2 points. Monmouth poll has Biden up 3 in Pennsylvania. So it's basically a tie, a statistical tie in Pennsylvania, and they're in trouble. And they know it. Let me show you. I might not get to it. That's Steve Kornacki. Here they are, number 59. Okay. They're trying to win these states. Joe can't, let me just put it real simple. Joe can't campaign everywhere, so he sends surrogates. And these are campaign surrogates, okay? All right. Biden leads by 9 in Minnesota. Okay. See that? Number 60, Biden holds 5-point lead over Trump in new national polling. Okay. Here's the whole group together, Kornacki and all of them, and the evil 46-42, number 61, number 62. Look at Sharpton on number 62. Look at him cheesing. The minute he hears that Bloomberg's going to commit $1 million, you know, I don't understand. I do understand. I'll get back to that one other day. Bloomberg to commit $1 million to help Biden in Florida. Look at him cheesing there. Okay. Now, number 63. And as you can see, it's 6:26. It's actually, that's Mountain Pacific time, but it's 6:26 in the morning. It took, on number 63, it took 26 minutes in to discuss the 2 deputies shot in LA County. And the only reason they're talking about them on the network this morning is to run interference for Joe and Kamala, and to make it sound like that Joe and Kamala have come out strong behind, the police officers, and that they don't look anti-cop. I'm telling you, that's the only reason. Number 64. This piece of garbage said he doesn't have room in his prayers to pray for Jacob Blake He doesn't have room to do different prayers, one for Jacob Blake and one for slain police officers or shot police officers. He prays for all of them. Oh my gosh. I have to take a break on that. Don't go to break. I just have to take a shot of coffee with that piece of it. All right. So here we go. I want to wrap up what we're talking about here. Give me number 65. Doug and I are keeping the 2 Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputies in our hearts as they currently fight for their lives after a horrific attack last night. The predator must be brought to justice. Let me tell you something. The difference. All right, look at that one. Look at that one. All right. And let's go to this one. Give me number 22. Okay. All right. Number 22. This is President of the United States. If they die, fast trial, death penalty for the killer. Only one way to stop this, okay? Now, Trump did not send that, and you're going to say, well, if he would send some of his tweets, he did not send that tweet to see and have it analyzed by 12 people to see who it offended, what words were appropriate, what were fire-starting words for Democrats, because any damn thing for a Democrat could start a fire at any given time. But this is number 65. Go back here. Look at Kamala's, okay? This is how, hey, we vet every word, go through and make sure we don't offend anybody. Number 25, the president did not lie. We're going to go to break on this one, but give me number 25. Pfizer CEO, good chance company will know if COVID-19 vaccine works by end of October, okay? Trump is not lying. He said that by the end of the month, October, a vaccine would be ready. And he's telling the truth, folks. It blew Margaret Brennan away on CBS when number 7, and we'll get to it after our interview. Number 7, Margaret Brenner, Pfizer and a handful of other big pharma companies came out with a letter earlier this week pledging not to cut corners on safety. A number of prominent scientists at the FDA, the agency that will have the say whether the vaccine is safe, also came out with a public letter pledging the same. Can you say to our viewers, though very clearly here on the science and on the protocols, that it just there are going to have to wait until 2021 to get a shot in the arm. Just tell them they're going to have to wait. I don't know if they're going to have to wait till 2021, says the CEO of Pfizer. We're going to take a break. When we come back, our guest, Marjorie Green, will be with us. Take a break.
Circuit World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, one nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hey Chevrolet, Days gets it done.
If you want big Chevy discounts, Days Chevrolet in Jasper gets it done with savings of $8,000 on new Chevy Equinox or up to $9,000 savings off new Silverado crew cabs. We're big on discounts and even bigger on customer service. See Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Days Chevrolet, Days gets it done.
Find new roads.
Sometimes it's the little victories that mean the most. Those everyday celebrations that bring a smile to our faces and joy to our hearts. At Ingalls, we know there's no one you'd rather share those miniature, memorable moments with than family. Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, up to last week, sometime last week, Marjorie Greene had a Democratic opponent over in the Georgia 14th Congressional District, and he decided to leave the race last week, leaving her with pretty much nothing in the way, no obstacles or barriers outside of the New York Times in the way of a win in November. Joining me now, Marjorie Greene. Marjorie, how are you today?
I'm doing good, Brian. How are you doing?
Good. Let's go straight into last week. You did have, although the 14th Congressional District, they don't like hearing this maybe. They're great people, got a lot of friends, but they are the second most conservative Republican district in the state of Georgia. And, a lot of people obviously felt you would easily win the election in November, but you did have an opponent. How have things changed since your opponent dropped out of the race last week for you and your campaign?
Well, that means that now I'm running unopposed on the November ballot. So I'm very, very excited about that. And of course, I'm wishing well, he's no longer my opponent, Democrat Kevin Van Ostel well, and his whatever he's got to tend to. But yes, now that means that I'm unopposed, and I'm very excited and looking forward to getting to work for the district.
Any congratulatory phone calls after that, or any steps forward with any of the representatives in D.C. or anything like that? Any further discussions about Congresswoman Marjorie Greene in 2020?
Oh, absolutely. I'm talking with everyone, talking with the Republican delegation in Georgia, and developing great relationships with them, and looking forward to working with them in Congress for all good things for Georgia, of course. And, always talking with my friends in the Freedom Caucus and looking forward to joining them. As you all know how conservative I am. So that's an important group to me. Also speaking with leadership and looking forward to meeting with them very soon on my next trip up to Washington, D.C. And of course, talking with our current representative, Tom Graves, and, making sure that we have a seamless transition. He's been very helpful, and I'm appreciative to his help so that we can make sure that everyone's needs are met and nothing falls through the gaps. I feel that's extremely important.
I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, that I'll say the New York Times, have they assigned like a reporter to follow your events? Do you show up at most of your speaking engagements and somebody with the New York Times is in the back of the room?
Yes, we've had last week. We had a reporter from the New York Times, the New Yorker, Washington Post, and maybe some others. Yeah, have been down here, coming around to different events in the district and interviewing people, of course.
Right.
They requested to interview me, but I'm not really interested in interviewing with the fake news. They'll twist and turn my words, so I'm not interested in interviewing with them. But they've been following all around. They made fun of people at the Dalton GOP, the Whitfield GOP meeting in Dalton last week for not wearing masks, and it was really funny because this guy Matt, who is a Pulitzer Prize winner for Russiagate, Russia collusion, and he's the one that made fun of everybody, but yet he very much enjoyed his time at the Whitfield County GOP meeting, not wearing a mask the entire time. He wore it on his arm. So, we called him out, and so did a lot of other people. People took pictures of him. And the fake news needs to realize if they're going to make fun of people, people are going to call them out because we're fed up with that kind of treatment.
Well, I know they've been following your campaign, and they're just sitting in the back of the room. And what they want to do is they want to interview the people that show up at your events and your speaking engagements and try to, make fun of them and say, hey, are you QAnon? And, they think you're going to actually come out on the stage with an AR-15 and yell QAnon, and they can write, well, we have her now. I mean, I understand it's ridiculous. It is. I read all the headlines. It's absolutely ridiculous, and how they try to make fun and belittle the people in the 14th district.
Yeah, I guess they were disappointed this week when I went out and met with people and gave my speeches and talked about the same things that I've talked about the entire thing, which is save Americans, stopping socialism, and supporting President Trump, and how much I love our country, and talking about all the things that I've campaigned on the entire time. I'm sure they were disappointed that nothing crazy happened, but too bad for them. They'll still find a way to make something up, I'm sure, as they have been this entire time.
We have 3 minutes, according to your time that you have this morning. I want to end with this. There's so many other things we can talk about. I always appreciate you coming on and talking with the viewers. How concerned are you, although it's LA County, and I don't mean it that way, but how concerned are you that we're now in a society where somebody would just walk up to a law enforcement car and ambush them, just shooting right through the window, our law enforcement? Some of the things that are taking place, how concerned are you with some things that's going on, Marjorie?
I'm extremely concerned. I'm shocked and I'm horrified that some horrible criminal would walk right up and just open fire on two innocent police officers in their patrol car. I think every American should be shocked by that, and I blame BLM. I blame Antifa. I blame these Democrat leaders who have cheered these radicals, these domestic terrorists on this entire time. You look at leaders like Kamala Harris, Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, the Squad, and all these other people that shared these links to these funds that people can donate money to and actually bail these thugs out when they're out rioting, burning, looting, attacking police officers. They encourage it. And so the Democrat Party has become dangerous, and we're seeing the effects of it when people are actually walking up and shooting police officers because they're so entrenched in the defund police, end law enforcement movement. And it's dangerous. And then on the heels of that, we see Joe Biden instantly calling for a ban on assault weapons, calling them weapons of war, and then going straight into, limiting the amount of ammunition people can buy. And so the writing's on the wall. So the writing it's clear to everyone that if Democrats win in November, we're going straight into socialism because those are their policies. And Joe Biden will charge straight in for very strict gun control, and that will be limiting our freedoms. And so every single American needs to really realize you might be fed up with politics, and I don't blame you if you are, but you better get to the polls and vote on November 3rd because the Democrat Party is a major threat to our lives as we know it and to our freedoms.
Well, Marjorie, we want to congratulate you here, and we thank you very much for always coming on, and we know your time is limited. And I want to thank you for not talking to the New York Times. I want you to talk to media, and I want you to talk to people that are going to get the word out for your constituents in your district. I would always encourage that you do have relationship with the media, but some like the New York Times that's just here to make fun of our good friends in the 14th and our candidates. Let's not give them a news story. They continue to make it up. They'll make it up no matter what, right?
Yeah, I'm not interested in talking to any Democrat activists in the media that just wants to make fun of our people and tell lies about us and about me. So no, you won't see me doing that. I don't play that game. But thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
I appreciate it this morning, and I'll talk to you again soon.
You have a great day. All right, Marjorie Greene. Marjorie Greene, we're going to call her Congresswoman-elect. Now, she's not official until November 4th, the day after Election Day, until she's sworn in January. But with her opponent backing out of the race, with no opponent whatsoever, she will be the next Congresswoman taking Tom Graves' place. Now, a little something I want to put on this note. When Tom Graves first was elected in the 14th district, well, he first was elected in the 9th, long story short. When he was first elected, he was the Tea Party darling. Yes, he was. And he's leaving moderate at best. I'm your host, BK here. Take a break. We're going to have enough time to do my why they are in so much fear in Pennsylvania report. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
At Ingalls, we know that school is a little different this year, with virtual learning and working from home. But we have continued to donate to our Tools for Schools program, just like always. And all our participating schools will have those funds waiting for them when the bell rings this fall.
Okay, who can tell me the difference between molarity and molality?
In the meantime, Ingalls has everything you need to make this school year a little easier. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is more than just your average Ace. We have a huge selection of Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next trip. We have a huge selection of lumber for your next building project. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs. Plus, we have everything you'd expect like paint, tools, and equipment.
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Folks, so much we could still do this morning, but we need to wrap up. And I want to go here because so many of you asked me what's going on in Pennsylvania. I want to tell you the Pennsylvania Patriots, we will call them that. They're not a right-wing fringe group. It just sounds like it. I think they should put out a hat. So if you're listening in Pennsylvania, you should have a hat that says Pennsylvania Patriots. But I'm going to tell you the Pennsylvania Patriots are doing an amazing job. Republicans John McCain and Mitt Romney, remember when they called Pennsylvania Republican fool's gold? Okay. It's not anymore. And the Pennsylvania Patriots are doing an amazing job. Now, there's one thing I want you to pick up that I may not have said throughout the last hour and 50 minutes. If you notice, Trump is going into these states and he's telling the people. See, so many don't pick up on that. They say, Trump can't read. Trump can't read the Constitution. Trump doesn't understand separations of power, this, that, and that. He's telling the people to tell their governor to open the state. You need to tell your governor to open the state. Open the state. I'm telling you now, Michigan, the people, they want the state open. Nevada, they want the state open. Pennsylvania, Wolf, I was with a gentleman Friday that I think what was said, something like he would not be able to hold his anger. He's from Hershey, Pennsylvania. And my understanding is he would not be able to hold his anger if we discussed Governor Tom Wolf in Pennsylvania. Okay? So the Pennsylvania Patriots, that's what we're going to call them. They are rolling. They are fighting. They are nonstop. They are not sleeping. I'm telling you, they're not. All across the state. Now, I'm excited when some things happen because we got to get this out there. Okay? Give me number... I got 8 minutes to do this story, but we're going to do it, and I want to get it out on the internet. Give me number... I had it here just a second ago. Give me number 67, okay? GOP rally for St. Louis gun couple. Now, that's who they are, the St. Louis gun couple. KO'd by Pennsylvania town. The rally with Mark and Patricia McCloskey of St. Louis was planned for this Thursday. Now, you know Mark and Patricia McCloskey. It was planned for this Thursday. So let me say this. Here is the story that goes with that. A Pennsylvania town has nixed a local GOP group plan for a rally this week with Mark and Patricia McCloskey, the St. Louis couple who made headlines when they waved guns at protesters in June, citing coronavirus restrictions. The Northampton County, now listen, Northampton County Republican Committee, chaired by none other than my sister, Lee Snover, sought to hold the rally featuring the McCloskeys on Thursday in Palmer Township Fairview Park. Their park, a public park, keep in mind. But Palmer Township rejected the request on Friday, saying its Facebook page that an anticipated crowd of more than 250 attendees, 250 attendees would violate Governor Tom Wolf's July ban on gatherings of that size to contain a recent rise in COVID-19. Okay. So they're claiming that the governor's order that says you can't have this large of gathering in a public park, okay, in Palmer Township, First of all, I have to say, thank you for thinking that it's going to exceed that. You see, they're all in fear, folks. They're doing everything their part. They're all complicit. You have your small city councils all the way across the United States. Palmer Township, Pennsylvania is a Democrat city council, okay? Or a township. Palmer Township is township. The council is Democrat. In the interest of public health safety and the requirements of the compliance with the governor's order, as well as the inability of Palmer Township to allocate public resources to monitor and ensure compliance with the current public health safety mandates for the proposed event, the township has denied the request for permission to hold the event, the township said. Now, if it had been a Black Lives rally, right? If it had been one of their peaceful protests, see, this is going to be peaceful protest. But if it's one of their peaceful protests, bricks included, this would never have taken place. There would have never been a meeting to deny a permit to use the park. Let Black Lives Matter go to Palmer Township and ask to use the park, and watch how fast their permit gets approved, and they're not questioned on whether there'll be 250 people or more. Now, the reason why the McCluskeys and Northampton Republican Committee Chairwoman Gloria Lee Snover said the McCluskeys were set to do a rally event to wake up suburban voters about the Second Amendment, individual rights, and defending your life and property, according to the Allentown Morning Call, which first responded to the actions. Now, the McCluskeys, there is a plan B, but that is the point, okay? The McCluskeys are now the poster children, both of them children, with guns, but they're the poster of suburbs. And Donald Trump says they're coming for your suburbs next. And if you don't know where Northampton County, Pennsylvania is, just 60 miles north of Philadelphia, which the president is holding a town hall tomorrow night in Philadelphia with George Stephanopoulos. But that being said, it's 60 miles north Northampton County is, okay? And also, it's right across the bridge there from New Jersey. And Palmer Township is a suburbs. There's suburbs, a lot of them. And this is a major fear, because if Northampton County can go Trump again. Now, I'm going to tell you, Reuters did a story. They called it the 5 top counties in the United States that would determine, the next election. All right, 5 counties. Northampton County is one. There's a great article is in Reuters, okay? And I will find this because it's out there, and I just had it pulled up a minute ago. Please don't tell me I lost it. Let's see, caravans, transcript, Real Clear Politics. I guess I actually lost this article. Sorry about that, but there is an article out there that I lost track of, and here it is. Okay. It's called The Outsiders. Here it is. The Outsider's Guide to Northampton County, where the 2020 election could be decided. Now, Northampton County is where Palmer Township is, and this is the township that just denied the permit for the park for the McCluskeys to come in, right? Okay. And this is a great article, and it's from LehighValleyLive.com, LehighValleyLive.com. Go look it up, read the whole article, The Outsider's Guide to Northampton County, where the 2020 election could be decided. Let's talk about Northampton County. You're hearing about it in November. This is a swing county. Now listen to this. This is a swing county in a swing state, which means the choices of 217,000 registered voters here carry a little more weight than, say, the voters in our neighbors just across the river in New Jersey, okay? That will vote for Joe Biden. Northampton, on the other hand, remains pure purple. In fact, it's one of the only three pivot counties In Pennsylvania, meaning ones that voted for Barack Obama in 2008 and 12, and then flipped to Donald Trump in 2016. Listen to this fact so we can close. Election Day 2020 is still 2 months away, but given that Northampton County has predicted, listen to this, they've predicted Northampton County, gets Pennsylvania's electoral votes in most presidential elections for the last 100 years. And that Pennsylvania's 20 electoral votes make it one of the most valuable swing states. Well, it's a little wonder why the national media has already dropped in to report on how the race is playing out here. That's a very good breakdown on that county. The McCloskeys, you still got that up. They're supposed to be in that county, Northampton, right? In Palmer Township, loaded with suburbs. They're out in the suburbs. Yes, they got kids and they got bicycles, and they're coming to a suburb near you. Look at Lancaster, Pennsylvania. See what's happening out there. But folks, this is why you know they are in fear, and everybody's complicit in this heist of this election. Watch and see. I'm your host, BKP. It's 10:01. I must go. I have a meeting. Today is Monday. It was good to be here. We will be back Tuesday. You never know what we'll be doing. You'll have to tune in. That's it. Take us out of here.